and it is proposed to be held in Mumbai as India Maritime Week from 27th October 2025 till 31st October 2025. So it's going to be a 5-day event, and today we are having a road show for that event. And apart from that, our respected Secretary Sir has taken the initiative where the knowledge at the field level has to be combined with the knowledge at the ministry level, and 25 NAVIC and Vibhas cells have been constituted who are looking at the practical difficulties being faced in the field, that is various organizations under the ministry, that is the ports and other organizations like inland waterways and coaching shipyard, etc. So brainstorming is done and suggestions are made on how to address these problems. So two of these NAVIC cells are being headed by Chairman of Chennai Port Authority, which are on PPP projects and schemes. That is one NAVIC cell, and another is on HR, which is again a very important aspect. So for that also, we have sessions today. We are having sessions today to brief the stakeholders on what problems have been identified and what solutions have been proposed. So this was kind of three events in one. Main is of course India Maritime Week Roadshow, and then also briefing our stakeholders on initiatives proposed by the NAVIC cell on HR and NAVIC cell on PPP projects and schemes. So now I request the respected Secretary Sir to kindly brief the media on our proposed upcoming India Maritime Week and the initiatives which have been proposed not only by these two NAVIC cells but by other NAVIC cells also to the ministry. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. ஊடகத்துறை நண்பர்கள் அனைவருக்கும் என்னுடைய மனமார்ந்த காலை வணக்கத்தை தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கிறேன். Good morning to all of you. As mentioned by the Chairman Chennai Port Authority, today we are here to take part in the roadshow which has been organized for the Global Maritime India Summit and the India Maritime Week, which is to take place between 27th and 31st of October at Mumbai. This is a first of its kind event being conducted in India. Earlier it used to be a short 3-day version. This has been expanded, and several events will take place during this India Maritime Week. It is being modeled after such events across the globe. Maritime weeks happen in London, Singapore, Norway, a lot of countries which are important maritime countries. So India is also now going to have a maritime week. So our aim of conducting this roadshow is to invite all the stakeholders, professionals, industry bodies and trade representatives to this event, because it will be one of the, as I said, biggest events of its kind, and we expect to have almost 100,000 people participating in it, more than 50-60 countries, several leaders from across the world, CEOs from some of the major maritime companies will be participating, and this event will encompass the entire maritime sector, not just ports but also shipping, shipbuilding, funding, financing, insurance, training, seafarers, green shipping, fuels, cruise tourism, inland waterways, heritage, and so on. So it will be one of the most comprehensive events taking place in this sector. So that is one of our key focus areas in today's press meet. And we hope that through these road shows we will be able to generate sufficient interest among all stakeholders, not only for participation but also for entering into collaborations and networking. And as you know that we have this Maritime Amritkal Vision 47, which was released by the Honorable Prime Minister a couple of years back during the earlier version of the Global Maritime India Summit in 23. And this vision talks about a $1 trillion investment, $1 trillion investment in the maritime sector by 2047, which is about 80 lakh crores. And even during last summit, we had a lot of investments, MOUs signed, and we hope that this will be much bigger and much larger in terms of both investments as well as in terms of participation. This vision of the Honorable Prime Minister is being taken forward through the work of the ministry and its various field offices as well as boards and other organizations. And like explained earlier by the chairman, the vision comprises 11 verticals, and we have therefore divided them into about 25 different groups which are looking at several aspects of this vision. For instance, one will just look at projects and PPPs. What is the policy pertaining to projects and PPPs? What do we need to take that forward? How will we attract funding for that, and so on? What changes, regulatory changes do we require? What kind of institutional mechanisms do we require? What kind of human resources do we need to develop for this purpose? And what kind of funding and where will it come from? Do we require? What kind of funding do we require and where will it come from? And so on. Innovating funding mechanisms and so on. So this is one theme. Then there is green. The entire world shipping is turning green, which means that ships will now run on green fuels, not on carbon based fuels, but decarbonized fuels. And we have a mandate from the International Maritime Organization that by 2050 we will become green, which means all our ships need to be running on fuels which are green. So whether it is green ammonia or green hydrogen or green methanol, we need to create local fuel supply chains. We need to create appropriate infrastructure in each port for that. We need to create legal mandates. Policy reforms have to be taken up, etc., etc. So all that will be done by the green cell. Cruise tourism, another area which will generate huge employment. Digital and smart ports, that is another vertical, and so on. Every vertical that we are looking at. Then there is one on technology and automation, one on research, innovation, startups and entrepreneurship. So we are having a hackathon. It's called Marathon, Maritime Hackathon, this afternoon at IIT, and all different institutions from across India, IIT Kharagpur, IIT Madras, IIT Bombay, and the Indian Maritime University, all of them will take part in this hackathon. Similarly, there are cells which are working on legal aspects, HR aspects, business development aspects, traffic and operations, and so on. And therefore, these cells have been performing very well. They start